All right, happy Friday. If it's Friday and it's fall, then you know it's high school football. This is Bill Maharis coming to you live from Space Coast Junior Senior High School. It is in Cocoa, Florida. I still call it Port St. John. I used to live in Port St. John many, many years ago when there was just a few roads. But we are up here tonight for an not FHSAA, but SSAA, Sunshine State Athletic Association game between the host 5-1 Vipers of Space Coast and the visiting 2-5 Bears from Bayside. Now, unfortunately, my counterpart, Coach Doug Cook, couldn't make it tonight. I'm going to show his face. He's not going to wear a mic because we made an agreement. He's going to do all the video. I'm going to do all the audio. He also promised me that if I start talking too much, he's going to give me the hook. But this is my good friend. Let me turn this, make sure I got the camera going the right way. Steve
Hello.
Courtney.
How
Steve, your kids went here, I believe,
yep.
right?
Yep. Kids went here about 20 years ago.
Kids went here, but not, well,
15.
you were like, yeah, you were about 15 then, I think, right? I think we both went to Cocoa High School together, so I called him in off the bench. He did play baseball at Cocoa High School, so he kind of knew what that meant. But he's going to help me out tonight running the camera. It is a special night. It is homecoming, and we're going to hope to do like we did a couple of weeks ago at Merritt Island. We're going to try to mic up the announcer so that I can film it, and that way you hear his voice instead of mine. And as we post this on YouTube, any of the people that participate in the halftime homecoming ceremony will get to watch that again on my Press Box Overtime YouTube channel. It's also Pink Night, so we got a lot going on tonight. So a couple quick things. Bayside, again, they come in at 2-5. Their head coach is Coach Billy Miller. This is his third year leading the Bears of Bayside. Athletic director, good friend of mine, Brandon Sherrill, and principal, another good friend of mine. We worked together many, many years ago at Hoover Middle School, Miss Holly Zander. For Space Coast, head coach in his second year, second time around, good friend Coach Jake Owens, athletic director Steve Slentz, and another good friend of mine, her first year here as a principal, just got promoted a few months ago, Dr. Jeanette Connor. Again, this is a Sunshine State Athletic Association. We've got 4 teams in our county that belong to the SSAA, Space Coast, Bayside, Holy Trinity, and Palm Bay. They are all 4 here in the SSAA, not Palm Bay, I'm sorry, Satellite. Those are the 4 schools. And again, they're all over the state. SSAA has about 5 or 6 divisions. Last year, in Coach Owens' first year back, he's actually the winningest coach in the program here at Space Coast Junior Senior High School. In his first year back, the Vipers went 10-3, and they were champions in the Atlantic 1A division. That's not a bad start for a first-year coach, so congratulations to the Vipers at 5-1. They're looking to repeat, and a good way to start is to beat another opponent tonight. But we're going to look at some common opponents. Don't sell the 2-5 Bayside Bears short. They just got finished with a game last week against Astronaut that they actually played a little bit better against, even though they lost, than Space Coast did. So again, just like Coach Doug Cook and I say, on paper, Space Coast looks to be a little bit stronger, but we don't play the game on paper. I'm going to switch this around a little bit so you can take a look at what's going on. Beautiful night. We had a little bit of rain earlier, but that rain is gone. That was something I told my buddy Steve that he had to take care of, and luckily he's done that. Actually, if I can get a little picture of it. We got a nice little moon up here. Not quite sure if it's a full moon. Not quite. No, 3/4. Steve ought to know. He does a lot of fishing out here at tournaments. Just won a little nice tournament a couple of weeks ago, so he looks at the moon and all that. We got the officials over there, MCOA, Mid-Coast Officials Association. Brevard County is probably one of the only counties in the state where we have one officials association that takes care of all the sports here in our county. Over here we got the Bears of Bayside lining up, as I'm sure the flag is going to be getting ready to come over soon. I see it over there in the corner, and those are the Vipers. But before I go any farther, we're going to wait here. Junior ROTC is going to bring out the colors. Again, we got all the cheerleaders down there wearing the pink as they march on. Again, a lot goes into high school football, as you know, besides the teams and the captains and the coaches. We got the booster clubs. We've got the band director, band parents, people out in the parking lot, MCOA officials, the chain gang, which I did last week at Rockledge High School. There they are over there. We couldn't do this without them. I'm going to stop talking right now. Here comes the color guard as we get ready for the national anthem.
Accompanied by Cadet Eaton, Cadet First Lieutenant Reese Tompkins, and Cadet First Lieutenant Isabella Bradford.
Bayside don't have much of a crowd.
The flag detail is commanded by Cadet First Lieutenant Sebastian Hart.
Sad down the way. All them kids, and that's all that shows up.
Finally, the Sabre team for tonight's homecoming honor is commanded by Cadet First Lieutenant Malachi Shelton. Please rise for the presentation of colors, followed by our national anthem performed by the Space Coast Piper Marching Band. Please remove your hat. All members of the armed forces and veterans may render military service in the manner provided for individuals in uniform. And as always, we ask that you please remain standing until the color guard has exited the field.
That's the Space Coast Junior Senior High School Marching Band with their rendition of the national anthem. And again, on the field is the Junior ROTC, also here of Space Coast. Got about 5 minutes until 7. They're going to do the coin toss, I'm sure, as soon as the colors get off the field. Again, a lot goes into Friday night football. That's a very important group right there, the Junior ROTC Color Guard. Always an honor to be the ones that march out on the field on a Friday before the game starts. It wouldn't be Friday football without the ROTC and the marching band doing the national anthem. As they march off and we get ready to do the coin toss, I got to give a special shout out. There is a family, this I believe it sets a record for Press Box Overtime. There is a family watching from 2,200 miles away. I know that because it's a family that's real close to me. Miss Brittany Wilkinson Maharis. She is an alumni here at Space Coast. I do believe Brittany and maybe her brother Kyle as well still have some records hanging up there in the Viper Pit when they were on the swim team. Brittany was varsity, and I believe her brother was too. And again, I think both their names are still up there on the board. She married a very nice-looking young man, happens to be my son, Ethan Maharis, United States Air Force Tech Sergeant. So thank you, son, for your service. And I also want to give a special shout-out. I am half Greek, so instead of granddad, we say papu. To my two granddaughters out there, Thea and Willa. Thanks for watching, Papu. I think you're watching on the big screen, so I'm not sure how big my head is on that 80-inch TV, but I just want to say happy Friday to Thea and Willa. And also, Willa, you got a birthday coming up next week, so early happy birthday to Willa. So thanks for watching from 2,200 miles away, Brittany, Ethan, Thea, and Willa. All right, we look like we're getting ready to line up possibly. Let me see who we got for captains. Look on my cheat sheet here. Those are the captains for the Vipers. We've got number 8, Junior Fighter, if I pronounced it correctly. Number 9, Braden Cook. Number 22, Cole Gamble. And number 25, Alex Bonachowski. Those are your captains tonight for Vipers of Space Coast. Number 8, 9, 22, and 25. Taking a look over there across there, got my peepers on. Let's see, we got number 77.
Number 17, Ralph.
Pull out my roster here. 17, 2, and 77. So, captains for the Bears of Bayside, number 2, Norman Fleming. Number 17, Raul Vernon. And number 77, Nikasi McKenzie. Those are your captains for the Bears. Doing the coin toss, again, that is the officials for the MCOA. We might have a guest down there flipping the coin. I've seen a lot of high schools doing that, which is actually pretty cool. A lot of colleges do that as well. Going over which side, we'll see if they elect to receive or refer to the second half, which a lot of teams do nowadays. Again, Bears of Bayside come in at 2 and 5, with the hometown Vipers of Space Coast 5 and 1. Both play for the Sunshine State Athletic Association, along with Holy Trinity and Satellite. Looks like they're getting ready to tip it up, flip it up. Got a pretty good crowd here on the home side. Again, you would expect that. It's pink night, it's homecoming. A few people over there on Bayside, but anybody that's familiar with Brevard County knows Brevard County is the longest county in the state of Florida at 78 miles, and it's probably close to 55 or 60 from Bayside up here, so that is a long drive. But hopefully, if they could not make the trip, they're watching on YouTube on Pressbox Overtime. All right, let's see what we got. Looks like, so Space Coast will receive. The Bears will kick off. The Bears will be defending the north end zone, moving left to right on your camera. And Space Coast will be defending the south end zone, moving right to left on your screen. We're going to flip it over here and watch the Vipers come in. On homecoming night, always a special time here at Space Coast. And there they come. Again, Vipers come in led by head coach Jake Owens. Last year, they were 10 and 3, SSAA Atlantic 1A state champs. They defeated Bell 21-14. There's your Bears coming in. From the right-hand side, though they will be defending the left, Bears are 2 and 5. As I mentioned earlier, Coach Owens is the winningest coach in Space Coast football history. Last year, his first year back for his second time around, and all he did was deliver a state championship, which they are trying to defend tonight. In the playoffs last year, they had a forfeit over Tradition Prep, 21-19 over Umatilla, and then they defeated Bell 21-14 in the final. Bayside Bears, again coached by Coach Billy Miller. This is his third year. In the first year, they were 0 and 10. But in his second year, they went up to 5 and 6. They also joined the SSAA last year. They did lose in the first round in a close match against Frostproof, 28-20. So as we get ready to kick off, and here we go. Ball's in the air. It is going to go in the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. You can stand wherever you want to because I can walk around and. All right, so that's going to be 1st and 10 for the hometown Vipers. Moving right to left on your screen. wearing the black with the purple trim. Bayside with the white jerseys, probably dark green because I know that's their color, maybe black, pants. Again, homecoming night, pink night, pretty good crowd. I would probably say 300 or so on the home side. Maybe 100 for Bayside. Again, it's quite a drive, but it's always good to see both parents, alumni, and students. Here they go, first down, 1st and 10. Better hurry before that gets the snap off. Pass complete to number 8.
Pass complete to Junior Fighter.
That is Junior Fighter. He's one of the captains. Trying to get the number of that quarterback. I think that is 10. 15 maybe. Yeah, that's right. 15 is a quarterback, Zion Sandy. Very impressive stats. We'll go over those a little bit later today. Brings up about 2nd. We'll call it a long 3 after that nice pass. A little handoff coming out of the backfield. Looks like, handoff to Gamble. He is one of the captains. Number 22. Running back. Making sure I get all these positions done. Steve is a little bit younger than me, so he's got a little bit better eyes than I do, and he promised to keep me in line. All right, loss on the play. That brings up 3rd and 5. First time tonight on offense for Space Coast. Trying to make something happen so they don't have to punt the very first time they have a football. They certainly don't want to go 3 and out. Okay, offside against Bayside. Coach Doug Cook and I talk about that every Friday night when we do a game. You hate to have those 10 and 15-yard penalties, but man, those 5-yard penalties come at such a bad time, and there's a perfect example. 5-yard penalty on 3rd and 5, automatic first down for the Vipers, moves the chains. Just started the first quarter, 10:40 left in the first quarter, and here comes the rain. Luckily, Steve and I are inside, and it's blowing away from us, so that's good. All right, 1st and 10. Sandy's back to pass. Pretty good rush. He gets out of the rush. He's scrambling. 5 yards, 10 yards. He might go. Oh, nice tackle. All the way up to the 47. Gain of about 17. Oh, I see that. Yeah. So we're going to close the window here. We got a little rain coming in. Hopefully. Oh. Did it stop already?
Almost.
Kind of. All right, let's see. Let's see. Maybe it stopped.
Was it?
Oh, I think so. Okay. All right. Looks like it's sprinkled. We'll see how it goes. Luckily, I have my waterproof case on my iPhone. All right, that brings up 1st and 10. Second first down tonight for the Vipers. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Handoff again to number 22, Gamble. Nice tackle. That is number 53 on the tackle. That is Elijah Randall. He's a junior for Bayside.
Tackle by Elijah Randall for Bayside.
No gain. 2nd and 10 with 9:55 left to go in the first quarter. Sandy back at quarterback. Second and 10, clock down to 9:40 in the first quarter. No score. Yeah, a little fake. Keep by Sandy. A little back and forth. Nice coverage by Bayside. Picks up maybe 2, brings 2nd and 8. Again, nice coverage by the defense of Bayside. 3rd and 8. Last thing Bayside wants is another 5-yard penalty in this position. See what the play. Looks like they've got 2 out on both sides. We'll see if they're going to call, I'm going to guess, a pass play. Looks like he's looking downfield, nowhere to go. Rush coming in. Nice block by Gamble. Got a yellow flag there. Looks like he gets past the first down marker. But most of the time when you've got a flag like that in the backfield, that's going to be a holding call. And that's one thing that's tough. You've got a great quarterback like Sandy that scrambles like he does, but the longer he scrambles, the harder it is for those offensive linemen to keep those defensive linemen out of the backfield. And as a father of an offensive lineman, my son Ethan, who played at Rockledge High School, I know how tough it is when you're not sure which way the quarterback's going to go. Out of the 5 offensive linemen they had back in the day when Ethan played, 4 of them were wrestlers. They weren't the biggest, but they certainly did know how to move those defensive linemen around. All right, with that holding penalty, moves them back to about 3rd and 18. 8:30 left in the first quarter. Sandy's got the play. Let's see what Coach Owens called it up. 3rd and 8, trying to keep the movement going. First time on offense, Bayside has not gotten the ball yet. Looks like he's moving to his right. Looks like he's out to pass. Throwing it long. Guys wide open for the first down. Nice play. That is complete to number 25, one of the captains, Alex Banichowski. Nice play. They needed 18. Threw for 20. Steve and I are Gator fans. We wish we'd do that. When if it's 3rd and 18, we throw for 10 for some reason and we don't go anywhere. That's the perfect way to do it. You send the wide receiver past the first down marker, catches the ball, doesn't even need to run, automatic first down. They are in Bears territory, 1st and 10 at the Bayside 39 at the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. No score. Bayside's been on defense the whole time. Hand off to number 22, Cole Gamble. Nice play by the defensive line of Bayside. Maybe picks up 2, 2nd and 8 for the Vipers. Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating, Steve, when you're watching an offensive play. It's 3rd down and you got to go 10. Yeah. And somehow the play is like 10 yards, 5 yards. Again, you want that wide receiver to catch it so that even if he gets tackled immediately, he's already got the first down. So nice play by those two. All right, 2nd and a long 8. Space Coast had the ball the whole game so far on offense since the kickoff. Sandy coming over here to his left, throwing right. Oh, just overthrows number 8, junior fighter. He's also a co-captain tonight. Again, if you joined us late, Vipers come into tonight's contest 5-1. Bayside comes in 2-5. Both play in the Atlantic 1A division of the Sunshine State Athletic Association. All right, second time tonight, they've had a long 3rd down, 3rd and 8. 7:15 left to go in the first quarter. Let's see what they drew up. Still getting a play calling in. 3 over here to the left. Single on the right, thinking it's a pass play. Sandy back to pass, looking left. He's got 3 guys over there. Pass complete. And that's, again, number 25, co-captain Alex Banichowski. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Looks like, I can't tell. The lineman on this side. Bringing it in. Moving it. Okay. Looked like the lineman over here on the near side looked like he waved him on. I believe that is the 4th first down tonight for Space Coast. Again, Space Coast has had the ball since the kickoff. 6:50 left in the first quarter. Bayside's been on defense the whole time. 1st and 10 from the Bayside 29-yard line as Space Coast trying to get some points on early. Fake the handoff, keeper by Sandy over to the right. Another nice tackle by number 53, Elijah Randall. We've called his name a couple times already tonight. Pick up, we'll call it 4, 2nd and a long 6. On a breezy, cloudy, 3/4 moon, Mr. Courtney called it. No more rain, hopefully. I washed my hair tonight, Steve. I just can't afford, I got that shampoo that puts a little bit more body and I just can't afford to have it washed out. All right, getting the play coming in. Want to make sure they don't run out of time. Again, that's one of those 5-yard penalties you don't like to have. 5:55. Space Coast on offense the whole first quarter.
That's crazy.
Ball sits at the Bear 26. Sandy back, looks to his left, now back to his right. Oh, just a little bit overthrown. Pass intended for Benichowski.
Yeah.
He did. He was open.
Should have floated it. He threw it too straight.
I will give the Bears some credit. They've got a nice rush going on, but like Steve said, it needed to come down just a tad.
Yeah.
But good call on that. And again, we've got another 3rd and long. 3rd and call it long, 6.5. Clock did stop on incomplete pass. 5:38 left to go in the first quarter. Sandy's got the play. He's got 3 out to the right, 1 to the left. He's looking. Oh, blown dead. You need the announcer.
5 yard, probably.
Well, again, you hate those 5-yard penalties. They come at the worst time. You might say they're not as bad as 15 yards, but they always come as an improper time. Earlier, Bayside had a 5-yard penalty that gave Space Coast a first down. This time, 5-yard goes against Space Coast, and it moves them back, giving them a real long 3rd and 12. Ball sits on the 31-yard line of the Bears. But you know, Steve, they pulled off a 3rd and 18 earlier. So we know Coach Owens looks like they're going to call a timeout at the 5:36 mark. Again, good crowd tonight. I would say there might be about 400 or so on the Space Coast side. Again, you would expect that on homecoming night as well as pink night. Bayside, I think they had 100. Some might have scattered a little bit when it got a little bit rainy. But hopefully that's it for the night. You know, Steve, you and I, you were born in this area. I grew up here. I don't think we've had 2 hurricanes off the coast and got nothing from them except a little bit of rain, maybe some beach erosion. So, gosh forbid if those 2 bad boys came in off the shore, but luckily they didn't. I know some people up in North Carolina unfortunately lost their homes there on the coast, but here in Florida, thank goodness we've had it pretty easy so far. All right, they had a timeout, first timeout of the night, 3rd and 12, 5:36. They've had the ball for 6.5 minutes. You know, it'd be a big disappointment if they didn't come away with any points. Bayside trying to make sure they don't. Again, they got trips on the left, single on the right. It's going to be a pass play. Backfield in motion. Pass complete to number 8, turns it up, keeps going, walking through. Little bit short. That pass was complete to number 8, co-captain Fighter.
4th and 1, they're going to have to do the field goal.
All right, Steve, let me ask you. I'm sure you're like me. You played some sandlot football over at Cambridge or Pineda. You've had the ball for almost 7 minutes.
Gotta go for it.
I'm thinking 4th and 1, you got to. And if you don't make it, then Bayside deserves to get the ball back.
Yeah.
So that's what Coach, you must have been listening to us. That's what Coach Owens pulled up. You can't come this far, 7 minutes, and go for a field goal. 4th and 1.
Throw the end zone. I'll be wide open.
See what happens. Little handoff to number 9, co-captain
Didn't make it.
Braden Cook.
Didn't
Boy, let's see.
Didn't make it.
Did they stop him? Man, you just never did they?
Looking good.
And it looks like, yeah, guess they're going the other way.
Yep.
Hats off to the Bears of Bayside. Space Coast had the ball for 7 minutes, 11 seconds with nothing to show for it. Moved the ball well, had a couple of 3rd down completions. But again, Steve, we talked about earlier, that 5-yard penalty just came at a rough time. Instead of 3rd and about 7, they had 3rd and 12 and came up a yard short, went for it on 4th down. And hats off to the Bears. Those guys have been out there for 7+ minutes and still held them strong. So we're getting ready to watch the Bears first time tonight on offense. Again, they come in at 2-5, playing in the Atlantic 1A division, just like Space Coast does.
Viper now on defense.
So we'll see what Space Coast calls up. First time tonight as the Bears go on offense. I believe the quarterback is number 8, Joey Costa. I'll make sure in just a second when I see that jersey. Yep. Oh, nice pass completion.
Complete.
Picks up a nice first down right away.
It'll be a first down for the Bears. Stop by made by number 9, Brady Cook.
I think that pass was complete to Jaden Taylor. He's a senior. Nice pass completion. That's the way you like to do it. You've had the offense sitting on the sidelines for 2/3 of the first quarter. Got to give hats off to Coach Billy Miller. They're not messing around. First play, 15-yard pass play, first down for the Bears. They are at their own 36-yard line. First time tonight they've been on offense. First and 10, going left to right, heading south on your screen. Hand off to number 4. That's Elijah Grimsley. There we go. Got a little bit of light here. Want to make sure the light, Steve, doesn't bounce off my bald head, but that's why I got my press box overtime hat on. All right, that handoff went to Grimsley. Loss of about 1. 2nd and 11 with 3:50 to go in the first quarter. First time tonight the Bears have been on offense. Again, Space Coast had the ball for 7 minutes and 11 seconds with nothing to show for it. Handoff up the middle. Nice little run there. Picks up maybe about 5 or 6 yards. Yep. That was a handoff. Kitch's number. It might have been number 2. Is that good? Is it good? Is it on? Starkey? Okay. All right, 3rd and a long 6, 2:55 left to go in the first quarter. Bayside Bears trying to get their second first down of the night. Back to pass. Pass complete to number 4, Elijah Grimsley. Comes up about a yard short. Not sure, Steve, if I go for it this deep in the end zone. Not after we saw Space Coast move the ball about 60 yards, even though they didn't get any points. You don't want to give it to them on your own 45, but
Keep going for it.
I don't. It looks like quarterback Costa coming back out. Well, Space Coast went for a 4th and 1 with no luck. Now it's Bayside Bears' turn at their own 45. Will they call a play or will they try to draw the Vipers off sides? 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. I'm thinking they're going to go for it the way he's talking to the running backs. Jordan Landis right behind him, number 24. And not sure what that was. I almost think that was a fumble-rooski. I don't know what that was. Let's see what we got. Did they actually get? Oh, maybe they were offsides, and the center, being smart, went ahead and hiked it, which that's a smart play.
I think he jumped back before he snapped it.
Satellite. I guess their game is already over. They beat Somerset Academy 48-8. I think that moves Satellite to 8-0 this year under Dan Burke, historically famous coach from Palm Bay, Hall of Famer, 2 state championships, first year at Satellite, 8-0. All right, with that penalty, co-captain number 17, the kicker, Raul Vernon, he does come on, which, again, I think that's a smart play when you got 4th and 6 from your own 40. Can't tell if he's kicking against the wind or not. All right. Nice little boot. Looks like it's going to come back, though, if it bounces. Oh, it took a nice roll. Stayed in bounds. Okay, nice play. Got that down inside the 25. Steve, you're not here to have fun. You know, I give you one job.
Screw it up. Went out of bounds, just let you know.
Okay, good. All right, thanks. Steve reminded me that ball went out of bounds. Let's see where it sits at. They mark it about the 26. 1:18 left in the first quarter. Again, Space Coast had the ball for 7 minutes and 11 seconds to start the game. Went for a 4th and 1. Big stand by the defensive line of the Bayside Bears. No points out of a 7-minute drive, but they certainly showed us that they can move the ball. Converted at least 3 third downs. One was for 18 yards. So we'll see if the Bears have had enough rest. Minute 18 to go on offense. Quarterback Zion Sandy calling the play. In motion, number 8, Fighter. Oh, keeper by Sandy right up the middle. Oh, nice play by number 3 for Bayside, Jaden Taylor. But what a nice run by Sandy. Picks up about 20 yards. Think it, Steve. If he would have broken that one, that would have been it. So I got to give hats off to Taylor. That was a touchdown saving. Nice blocking too. I mean, he had plenty of room. Nothing fancy. Faked the handoff. Went up the middle. Big hole by the offensive line for Space Coast. Pickup of about 15 yards. 1st and 10. Ball at their own 41 with 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. This time he's back to pass. Still looking, plenty of time. Pass complete. Oh, nice little play there. Pass complete to Fighter. What do they call it? Yak, yards after catch. He went about 3 or 4 yards with 2 Bears on top of him. Real close to the first down marker. 2nd and about 1.5 feet. 18 seconds left. Not sure if they're going to get a playoff or not. Coach Owens might just tell them to pack it in. 9 seconds. I think they're just going to let the clock run out. So at the end of the first quarter, Space Coast has moved the ball. No points to show for it. Hats off to the defense of the Bayside Bears as they held Space Coast on a 4th and 1 when they held the ball for 7 minutes and 11 seconds. They'll switch sides. I'm going to go over here to the camera and flip it to the second quarter. What do they say, Steve, while I'm doing this? Everybody can kind of talk among themselves. Second quarter. Again, we're up here live from Space Coast Junior Senior High School. Steve and I both have a connection to Space Coast. Steve's 2 lovely children, now what, in their 30s or just 28. And my lovely daughter-in-law, Brittany, went up here as well. Still has, I believe, a couple of records hanging up in the Viper Pit from her swimming days. And again, if you didn't join us when we first did the pregame, 2,200 miles just east of Boise, Idaho. My daughter-in-law, Brittany, my son, Ethan, and my 2 granddaughters, Thea and Willa, are watching live on the 60-inch TV. And again, happy upcoming birthday next week to Willa. All right, second quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. Space Coast in the dark black uniforms with purple trim, moving left to right, north to south. Bears with the white jerseys. White hat calls a timeout. Again, Mid-Coast Officials Association. We appreciate all they do each and every day for all of our sports. Again, we're probably one of the few, if not the only counties in Florida that luckily deals with just one officials association. Steve Muzzy is in charge of that. Great group of individuals, and again, we appreciate all that they do. Not sure what they're talking about. I don't think anything wrong with the clock because we're in between quarters. I believe they got the ball on the right marker. Satellite, I think I said 8. They moved to 7-0. I think they're 8-0 though. Because again, SSAA, they don't have a kickoff classic week. That first game of the season for Space Coast, Holy Trinity, Satellite, and Bayside, that first game counts. I believe, especially since the Bears are 2-5, so they've played 7 games. I think Satellite now sits at 8-0. All right, not sure what happened, but we're back to going. Going to go live. 1st and 10 for Space Coast. Sandy back at quarterback. Oh, you know what? They did not move the down markers. That's a mistake they made. They're going the wrong way. Oh, no.
Sandy taken down in the backfield by number 52 for the Bears.
They got the markers going the wrong way, unless I'm looking at it wrong, right? They got the first down markers going the wrong way, I think. Is he going that right? Oh, is he going? Okay. Yeah. All right. I thought he was on the wrong side.
Yeah, he was just so close to the
Yeah, right. All right. I'm getting old. I thought the chain gang was going the wrong direction, but they know more than I do. All right, Space Coast, 3rd and a long 7 with 11:15 left. Sandy back to pass. Oh, nice rush. Oh, nice rush by number 51, Caden Cavazos. He is a 10th grader. That's a sack for him. We do have a Space Coast player down. That is number 51, Cam Linville. Hopefully a Bears player too. You know, Steve, you never want to have cramps or a Charlie horse, but whenever I see a football player down, that's what I hope it is, because you know that's, you know, not that tough. So hopefully both those players. That is number 61, not Cam. That is Bryson Gavin for Space Coast. And for the Bears, that's number 51 who made the sack, Caden Cavazos. He's a linebacker, 10th grade. Yeah, that's one thing I was blessed with. Ethan, all the years that he played, the only injury he got was a concussion his last match at state when he wrestled. Other than that, especially being a lineman, they get all twisted up in the line and people falling on their legs. And all right, 4th down, that's a punt. Nice little punt. Fair catch called. Uh-oh, it's a fumble. He drops it. Space Coast picks it up. And the first fumble of the evening. The ball goes to Space Coast. Nice attempt by Jaden Taylor. You got to think that ball still might be a little bit wet. But the first turnover of the night goes in the favor of the Vipers off of a unfortunately dropped punt. Again, that wind's out there blowing. He did call for a fair catch. I'm guessing there's a little moisture on that ball. But at the 10:35 mark of the second quarter, Space Coast see if they can make something happen as they are inside Bears territory, 1st and 10 at the Bayside 33. Again, Space Coast in the dark uniforms, moving left to right. Bayside in the white shirts. Fumble of their own. Smart play by the running back. Don't try to do anything fancy. Just cover it up and move with it. Yeah, I know they dry those balls off. I'm assuming they're still leather, and you're not going to get them completely dry. So again, smart play by the running back just to fall on that ball. Don't try to pick it up. Do nothing fancy. Make nothing out of it. Again, smart play by co-captain Cole Gamble. All right, loss of 4, 2nd and 14. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sandy back to pass. Pass complete to number 8, Fighter. Man, nice pickup. Looks like he got about 10 yards on that. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Yeah, we'll call it about 8. 3rd and a long 7. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Still 0-0, as you could tell on the scoreboard. Space Coast has moved the ball well. Bears defense has held them on a 4th and 1 after Space Coast had the ball for 7 minutes and 11 seconds with nothing to show for it. That is Benichowski was in motion.
No room that time for
Nice play by number 16 on defense for Bayside. That is 9th grader Daniel Barber. See, I think 9th grade, I weighed about 110 pounds. You couldn't have put me on that field unless you tied that ball to my ankle. That's a 9th grader making a nice play. All right, brings up 4th and 8. I do not see a punter. Ball is on the 30-yard line of Bayside. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Let's see what Coach Owens called it up. Called a timeout. Talk it over.
Timeout. Called by the Vipers.
Talked a little bit earlier in the pregame. When you look on paper, you got one team that's 5-1, Bears at 2-5. You don't think they're competitive. However, in common opponents, Space Coast beat St. Edwards 54-8. Bayside lost to St. Edwards 20-12. So based on that common opponent, looks like a little disparity. However, both teams lost to Astronaut. Space Coast lost a few weeks ago 24-6. Bayside just lost to Astronaut last week 14-6. So again, Bayside, when you look at a common opponent like Astronaut, Bayside had a better game against Astronaut, just losing by 8 last week, where a few weeks ago Space Coast lost by 18. So again, that's the only two common opponents. But as you can see, with 8 minutes left to go in the first half, 0-0. Like Coach Cook says, you don't play the game on paper, you play it on the field. 4th down, Coach Owens gave the play to Sandy. Let's see what he called up.
Going down.
Oh, I don't think that's what they drew up. That's number 52, Holton Rhodes. That's a sack, second sack of the night for Bayside. And again, on downs, second time tonight, ball turns over to the Bayside Bears. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Announcers telling the participants in the halftime homecoming ceremony to head down to the track. Again, always an exciting night, homecoming, and it's definitely a game that the home team does not want to lose. All right, we've got quarterback Joey Costa, hands it off, 1st and 10 from their own 32. I think that was Grimsley on the carry. 7:50 to go in the first half. 2nd and 9 for the Bears. Should be having an officials timeout coming up. I think they still do that. I think in mid-October they stop taking those officials timeouts once the weather starts getting a little bit cooler. All right, 7:20 left to go in the first half. 2nd and 9. Quarterback Costa back. 4 wide receivers. Sure enough, he's going to hit the back guy, number 4, Elijah Grimsley. Nice coverage. That's number 8 for Space Coast, co-captain Junior Fighter, forcing him out of bounds. Brings up 3rd down. We'll call it 3rd and 4. 7:09 left to go. 0-0. Again, on paper, it didn't look like this game might be this close, but when you look at some of the common opponents, especially the Bears only losing by 8 last week to a very good Astronaut team, and they're showing it tonight. 0-0. First half's almost over. Space Coast had the ball 7 minutes, 11 seconds. First time they drove the ball on offense, nothing to show for it. Big 3rd down here for the Bears. Let's see what quarterback Costa and Coach Miller draw up. He's got a keeper, turns it up. Oh, nice tackle. That's number 5, E.J. Klauser. Don't look like there's any gain on that.
4th down. Punt.
Yeah, I think it got to be a punt with 7 minutes to go. You don't want to give the Vipers the ball this deep. Ball sits at their 38. Back to kick, co-captain Raul Vernon. He's a senior.
Check that. That was E.J. Klauser. 4th down for the Bears.
All right, we got a 4th and 3. One guy back deep for Space Coast. Oh no, a high snap. He's got it. No, you got to get that ball off. Try to kick it. Oh, what a hit. My goodness. Who was that jumping up and down? Is that 8 or 9? Number 9. Wow. Braden Cook, co-captain. Yeah, I know that's, listen, it's like Coach Cook and I talk, Steve. We do our coaching after the play, so it's a lot better because you know the outcome. That poor man somehow, soccer style, drop kick. Yeah, that.
He had time to.
He did. We got a score pop up. O'Galley 22, Trinity Catholic 0. John Carroll Catholic 20-0 over Holy Trinity on their homecoming night. So it looks like they're doing a officials timeout at 6:10. So a couple tough mistakes there. Fumble on the punt return a little bit earlier. Little high snap. Bless that kicker.
Mandarin 13, Rockledge 0.
Yeah, it's a tough game, Mandarin. They're playing down south. I think Mandarin is like top 20 in the state. Rockledge looks like they're holding their own. Again, bless the kicker. Couldn't quite get it in his right hand to kick that off. Got some yardage back. But man, what a shot by co-captain Braden Cook. Yikes. If that was me that he hit, I'd be wanting to know somebody answer the phone because I heard that up here. Handoff from Sandy. Oh, bounces outside. Oh, nice tackle there by 18, Evan Sherburne.
We got 2, 3, about 3.
5:55 left in the first half. Yeah, short 3. We'll call it a long 7, 2nd and 7. Still getting the play in. Sandy back at quarterback, lining everybody up. Looks like we got 2 in the backfield, 1 wide receiver on each side. Looks like a running play. Let's see what Coach Owens dialed up. Hand off to number 22, cuts in, goes back outside. Nice cut. He's got some room out there, breaks a tackle. He's along the sidelines, and touchdown! Space Coast dancing with the stars. Oh, we got a flag down. Man, oh man, put that young man on Dancing with the Stars all the way down into the end zone, but it looks for naught. Man, that was tough. Fancy running there. No, you can't take that away from him. Let's see what they got. So I'm thinking that on the ground right there on line, that's not a flag, that's a towel. So the flag is way over on the side. So let's see who that's against. It might still give him yardage if it's a spot foul. Again, on the ground at the 25 is a towel, not a flag. Helmet to helmet against the off. No. Okay, holding against the offense. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. So that was a flag. Oh, you know what? I think the rest might have pink flags for pink night. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so moved it back 15 yards, but luckily it wasn't from the line of scrimmage, so they're still 2nd down. Oh, I got an update. I got to make sure. I did tell Steve Courtney, my sidekick, that I'd give his family a shout out, and sure enough, we have Miss Leanne Courtney watching, so we certainly do appreciate that, and hope Leanne has got her snacks with her and enjoying tonight's homecoming game. All right, back to pass. Sandy doesn't see anybody. He's got some open ground there. Let's see if he gets past the marker. And yes, he does. Takes out a cameraman with him, I think, but the cameraman popped right back up. That's what you like to see. Oh, another flag. Oh, back in the backfield.
More holding.
Man, oh man.
They're killing us at holding.
That is just, that's tough. Getting down to 4:56 left in the first half, 0-0. Very competitive game. I don't have stats with me, but I'm going to guess that Space Coast has probably outgained the Bears by double. But again, only stat that matters is what's on that scoreboard, and it's 0-0 right now thanks to the defense of the Bears. That's a tough one. Did he, I'm guessing a holding?
Second and 30.
Oh,
40,
man.
30.
10, 20, yeah, second and about 31.
Oh, yeah, I failed.
All right, let's see. You know what?
Not sure of the call.
You got 4:45 left. Do you play it safe, or do you figure, you know what? Throw it downfield. If it gets intercepted, it's as good as a punt.
Yeah.
So, you know what? You got one-on-one out here. Yeah. I'm thinking you take a shot. Worst thing that can happen, if it gets intercepted, it's probably better than a punt. But what do I know? I played tennis, so Vipers played timeout. I think that's their second of the night. Again, for all fans, especially Space Coast fans that didn't make it out to the game or live outside the Brevard area watching their favorite player or team, we're going to try to mic up the announcer, move the camera over next to him so you can enjoy the homecoming festivities. I see him lined up there in the north end zone by the flagpole. Little rain there, Steve, but came out pretty nice. Let me see, wind blowing, maybe left to right, can't really tell. But yeah, we both grew up here. I don't remember 2 hurricanes, luckily, sitting off the coast that really did not affect us.
Nope.
That was a blessing. Gosh forbid you got 2 coming in at the same time.
Second down for the Vipers.
My lovely wife Linda went out to the beach today to kind of look at the waves and what Mother Nature was doing. All right, we got 4:27 left in the first half. I'm gonna call it second and 31. I didn't bring my calculator. Let's see what Coach Owens. Sandy going to his left, coming back, held on to the ball. And I'm thinking that counts as a sack because they're moving looks like they're moving the line of scrimmage. Well, it looks like they gave it to him at the line, so maybe not a snap. Third and 31. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Again, 0-0 on paper. You might not think it was going to be this close, but as well as Bayside played against Astronaut last week, losing by 8, where Space Coast lost by 18. That's got to show you a little something. Space Coast has certainly moved the ball, but again, the only stat that matters is the scoreboard, and Steve or I have yet to change those zeros. So, third and 31, Sandy back at quarterback.
31.
Let's see what they call up on this play. We got 4 out. We got 5 out. I'm thinking it's a pass play.
There it goes.
All right.
Oh, no.
Intercepted by number 3.
Intercepted by number 3 for the Bears.
I tell you, you got to give number 3 credit. He is the one that fumbled that punt return. So, again, number 3, Jaden Taylor, he comes back with the interception. So, good for him. A little redemption. And with 3:17 left, Taylor with the interception. Bayside's got a chance to maybe put some points on the board and take one of those zeros off. But
First and 10 for the Bears, just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first
you like to see that, though, Steve. Poor Taylor, I know he felt bad about that fumble, but luckily they didn't give up any points. Comes back with the interception and makes a little bit of amends. So
Didn't even have to move.
didn't have to, I know. All right, let's see. Costa, hand up the middle. Nice little hole there. Still running way past the first down marker, all the way down to the 31-yard line.
A first down for the Bears. Up to around
That
the
was
30-yard
number
line.
4 on the carry, Elijah Grimsley. Nice pickup of about 14.
Wait, it looks like there's a flag here.
Oh, another flag. Oh, man. You just hate to see that for either
Officials have
side.
pink flags.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Announcer just reminded me. That's why I couldn't tell. That is a holding against Bayside.
Against the Bears this
In
time.
recognition of Pink Night, the officials have pink towels, so I got them confused with the or pink flags. I'm getting a little colorblind at my age. I'm telling you, Steve. I don't see dark colors like I used to. Those kind of like when they play with the yellow golf balls. I don't see them as good as the white ones anymore. I used to see them better. Well, that's because they're usually in the water. No. All right, replay first down, 1st and 15, ball back in Bears territory at their 48, 2:50 to go in the first half. Nice pass play, but he is down. Pass complete to number 11, Javier Graham. Picked up about 5 yards back. Pick up 10.
Yeah, it was 10. It was 2nd and 20.
Oh, 2nd and 20, so 2nd and 10.
Or it's 1st and 20, now it's 2nd and 10. Yeah.
Second down for the Bears.
2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Costa back at quarterback, number 8. 2:10 left to go. I'm thinking they got to, they want to try to get some points on the board. I mean, I don't know how many. I think they at least have 2 timeouts left. They might have used 1. But 2 minutes to go, I'm thinking a little bit more sense of urgency because they'd love to go into halftime on the lead. Handoff again to number 4, Grimsley. Wow, nice tackle by number 9, Braden Cook. Braden Cook is one of those, he's a co-captain, one of those players that definitely goes offense and defense because I've called his name on both sides of the ball. Brings up 3rd and 11, 1:35 left in the half. Bayside trying to put something on the board versus a scoreless tie. 1:25 left. Quarterback Costa. Clock still ticking. 1:20. Back to throw. Open down the middle. Nice catch. That is number 18, Evan Sherburne. Just a 10th grader. That moves the chains. Nice play by the Bears of Bayside going from a 1st and 20 to a first down.
3-5-9.
Clock stops as they move the chains. 1st and 10 at the Vipers 32. Scoreless tie, but Bayside at the 1 minute mark looking to change that, but letting some precious seconds click off that clock. But Coach Billy Miller knows a lot more than I do about football, so let's see what he dialed up. Costa back. Oh, in motion goes Taylor. Uh-oh, another fumble. Did it go over?
Fumble on the play.
Did he mark it or not? Which way is he pointing? Or was he down?
How'd he get it?
So, okay, all right.
Timeout called by the Bears.
I guess his knee was down. I kind of glad to see that because that's the young man that fumbled the punt. Gosh, you'd hate to see that poor guy go into halftime with 2 fumbles. So, you know what, Steve? I think what they did was call it incomplete pass because they didn't move that marker. So I'm thinking, yeah, he didn't have possession. So if there's ever a time that you hope your wide receiver doesn't catch the ball, it's when they fumble. All right, 35 seconds left. Back and forth game. Again, on the stat sheet, I'm going to guess Space Coast has probably got twice as many yards as the Bears of Bayside, but the stat sheet doesn't matter. It's just the scoreboard, and it's showing 0 for both teams. 35 seconds left. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Let's see what Coach Miller and quarterback Costa have planned. Back to pass.
Interception.
Oh, that pass again. I like that. He went right back to Taylor, who did not catch the other pass and fumbled. So luckily, incomplete pass. So I'm glad that they went back to that young man. That shows you confidence that they have in Taylor. And now we have a last timeout. 27 seconds to go. That did move the chain.
27 seconds remaining here in the half.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 21. I did not see any stats on Max Prep, so I do not know the kicker, who is Raul Vernon. I don't know if he's had any field goal attempts this season, any points after. So without that information, I couldn't really tell you what Coach Miller is going to dial up if they get down to about the 10, maybe 5-yard line on short yardage, but that might have been their last time out. So with 27 seconds left, Steve, I'm thinking we're going to do some pass plays because if you do a running play, that nothing will stop the clock. All right, so we've got a 1st and 10 Costa back to pass.
Intercept.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Pass is complete.
And that went all the way down. That is number 4, Elijah Grimsley. Yeah, I thought he overthrew the first guy,
he might have.
which he did on purpose.
might have done.
Yeah, I think he did that on purpose. And, all right, so they are moving the chains. All right, 20 seconds left. The Bears are still moving. 1st and 10 from the 12. I think that clock is going to start, though, once they set the ball, or maybe not after the first down. Oh, that's right, went out of bounds. Okay. All right, 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 12, 20 seconds left. Bayside trying to get on the board before halftime. Pass play again, open. That was, what number did we go?
Pass is complete. Number 18 runs out of bounds.
18, Evan Sherburne. 14 seconds left. They might have enough time for 2 plays if you're going to kick the ball. I think you can get 3 plays in 14 seconds. It just depends on this play you go. 2nd down and a long 7. Ball sits at the Viper 13. Costa back in quarterback
It's on the 8.
on the 8.
Get him.
Threw it out of bounds. Still got 8 seconds left. That was a long 6 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, anybody told me.
You sure did.
Causes an incomplete pass.
All right, so that's going to be
6 seconds remaining in the half. It's
3rd down. Time enough for 1 play.
I'd kick the field goal if I was to take 3 in this.
Well, you know what? Listen, that play seemed long, and it was only 6 seconds. So let's see. You definitely
if the ball, if you don't get out of bounds out of timeout,
right.
they're screwed.
I'm thinking they're going to throw it to the end zone.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's going to have at least 4 wideouts. Everybody's going to go in the end zone, just like we did at Cambridge. Everybody go long, draw it up in the sand, and if it's incomplete, you just don't want an interception. All right, he's looking in the end zone, thrown in the end zone, and incomplete. Wow, it looked like he had
4th down.
Taylor open. It looked like just happened to miss him. All right, 3 seconds left. 4th down. Let's see if Vernon. Okay, well, what do you see? Do we see a no? No, they're going to go for it,
No,
Steve.
they're not.
No, okay, there's field goal. Okay,
Bears setting up for a field
so
goal.
who is that? I don't think that is number 17, or is it? I don't know. He's kicking from straight back. That's a little odd, but
Missed it.
Kick
no
is
good.
0-0.
So that was Vernon on the field goal attempt.
Homecoming 2020.
No good. And we've got a 0-0 ball game at halftime. We're going to leave the camera on for a second. I'm going to get with the announcer, see if I can't put this mic on him. That way you can watch the homecoming festivities. I see them getting ready to line up. All right, I'm going to take this over.
Right in the center.
Yeah, I don't know if I can hit, but I don't know if this wireless mic will go through the wall.
Yours?
No, that's theirs. All right. Can I put this here? Would that be all right?
Yeah, that's
I
not
just,
mine.
oh, okay. I'm just going to see if I
Just
can,
move whatever
yeah.
you
No,
need.
you're good. If you want to put this on, if you want to put this on, and I will get the camera. I'm just going to leave it right there at the 50. Oh, so this little magnet goes behind your shirt. Get that side up. Yep. All right, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I'm zooming here.
Yeah,
You're going to
it's right here.
listen to the announce your homecoming.
Go ahead. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll sleeve them. Okay. Okay, I'm looking for you. Where are you?
If it's all right, I think I'm good.
Oh, you're on the far side. Okay, I see you.
Yep, got it. So you just give me a wave when you're ready, and I'll start reading all this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. We left some points on the board there for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our principal, Dr. Connor, our administrative team, the faculty, staff, and student body of Space Coast Junior Senior High School, we welcome you to the presentation of the 2025 Homecoming Court and the announcement of Homecoming Queen and King. Leading our procession, we have our supported classroom princes accompanied by their Best Buddy peer support. Best Buddies is a club that builds friendships between people with and without intellectual and developmental disabilities, offering social mentoring while improving the quality of life and level of inclusion for all of us. Trip Stanziano is being escorted by his little sister, Skylie. Trip's favorite subject is reading, and he enjoys public speaking. He is grateful for Best Buddies, the Space Force Junior ROTC, his parents and sister, Skylie, his teachers, and Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Stevens, and Senior Master Sergeant John Warner. Luke Paul is being escorted by Kiera Mass, a member of chorus, pit crew, and president of Tri-M. Luke is grateful for the influence of Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Stevens, Senior Master Sergeant John Warner, Miss Diesel, Miss Lassiter, Coach Stentz, and Mr. Shear. His favorite subject has been history. He has been manager for football and baseball, a member of Space Force Junior ROTC, and a Best Buddies officer. He would like to give a shout out to his parents, family, friends, Space Coast staff, coaches, and teachers, and all his fellow cadets in the Space Force Junior ROTC. He plans to go to trade school to become an electrician and to coach baseball. Aiden Bowman is escorted by Mia Lopez. The president of Best Buddies, Aiden is thankful for Miss Lassiter and Miss Sabato, his parents, and all of his teachers. He's been in Best Buddies for 4 years, where he has enjoyed meeting new friends, and Aiden plans to either attend the Blast program or work for his dad. Our freshmen on the court are Sienna Sherman and Logan Milton. Sienna enjoys reading and has been involved with basketball, chorus, and National Junior Honor Society. She is thankful to her parents for raising her and her teachers for helping her through school. Logan's favorite subjects are history, especially ancient Greece, and reading. He's been a member of the track and the basketball teams and has assisted with coaching football. He would like to thank his mom and his dad, his grandparents for teaching him important life lessons, and his siblings who are his best friends forever, along with his best friends, Cadel and Logan. Our sophomores on the court are Alana Yount and Xavier Hernandez. Alana's favorite subject is science because she wants to be a nurse. She is involved in Christ on Campus, golf, and Best Buddies. She would like to thank her family, friends, and church for always supporting her and making her laugh, as well as her Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for putting so many amazing people in her life. Xavier's favorite subject is math, learning to plug in numbers. He plays football and baseball, and would like to thank Jesus Christ, his Lord and Savior, as well for all his friends, teammates, coaches, teachers, and his uncle and his aunt. Our junior prince and princess are Bayla Taylor and Trey Levy. Bella could not be here tonight because of a volleyball tournament, but she is thankful for Mrs. Swearingen, Mr. Brad Brayboy, Miss Bickford, Coach Owens, Coach Davis, and Miss Woodrich, as well as her parents, siblings, and peers. She appreciates math because she knows it is something she's going to face every day in the future, and she likes how it challenges her. Trey is especially thankful for Mrs. Sabato, Miss Karen, Miss Drabick, and Miss Terrio. Pit crew is an important part of his life because he loves spreading inclusion and knows that everybody needs a buddy. He's also involved in show choir, is VP of Best Buddies, and VP of Christ on Campus. Our senior candidates for Queen and King are Addison Holtz and Seth Chrisman. Addison Holtz enjoys history because it shows her the world has evolved throughout time. She would like to thank Mrs. Schaefer, Mrs. Petronella, Ms. Drabick, and Mrs. Bevel, her parents, her brothers, and her church and cheer family for always supporting her, especially Keely, Addie, Lily, and her boyfriend Seth. She is a member of FEA, ATEPS, and VAP, and cheer. Her favorite memories of Space Coast is winning homecoming court's sophomore year with her boyfriend Seth, and now getting to relive that memory for senior year. She plans to follow a career in cosmetology. Seth is involved in VAP, football, and track and field. He would like to thank his parents, his grandparents, his big brothers, Corbin and Julian, his beautiful girlfriend Addie, his best friend Jacob Starkey, the lovely lunch ladies who deserve the world and more, as well as Mrs. Petronella and Mr. Mainz. Lastly, he would like to thank God. He plans to attend the University of Florida and pursue a doctorate in veterinary medicine. Then he should go to Georgia. Addison Olinger and Jalen Wright. Addison is Duty Corps Commander of the Space Force Junior ROTC unit. She has always loved to read, write, and analyze literature. She is thankful for Senior Master Sergeant John Warner, Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Stevens, Miss Rist, Miss Petronella, Miss Leeds, Miss Sabato, and Miss Diesel, as well as her parents, her sister, and her cousin Emma. After graduation, she is enlisting in the United States Air Force to pursue a career in law and order. Jalen is passionate about engineering because he loves working with his hands and is thankful to Miss Williams and Mr. Reyes for their guidance. He is enrolled in STEAM Academy and plays on the basketball team. He would like to thank his voters, his parents, and God. He appreciates everyone who came out to support him, not just everyone who came to support, not just him, but everyone who is on the field. This is a big opportunity and he is blessed to be here. He plans to attend college for engineering and continue to play basketball in college. He wants to work for NASA or a big engineering company. Carly Ewers and Jacob Starkey. Carly is thankful for Miss Diesel, Coach Owens, Mrs. Savaglio, and Mr. Gordon for the opportunities in TV production, especially because she plans to go into sports broadcasting. She is also involved in varsity volleyball, beach volleyball, and has a job at Sonny's Barbecue. She thanks her mom and dad and grandparents, her coaches, and everyone who's helped her along the way in life. She would like to encourage everyone to always be kind. Jacob has appreciated learning from Mrs. Savaglio, Mr. Gordon, and Miss Hollenbach. And he's enjoyed English because his teachers have all been cool. While at Space Coast, he has also been involved with football, National Honor Society, wrestling, and VNTV. He would like to thank his mom, his dad, and God, and he plans to go to Southeastern University and pursue his dream of being a pastor. Cameron Flascom and Juan Machua Ortiz. Cameron has enjoyed being a member of pit crew and playing softball. She would love to thank her parents and Mrs. Sabato for all of their support they have given her, as well as Ms. Herbst, Coach Palmier. After high school, she has committed to play softball at John Melvin Christian College and to pursue a degree in healthcare management. Juan has enjoyed his math classes and wants to be an engineer. He has great memories of being on the marksmanship team and doing the Baton Death March. He is especially thankful to Miss Terrio, his girlfriend Isabella Bradford, his mom, and his brother. After graduation, he will be going into the Army and studying geospatial engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause to the Space Coast High School's homecoming court of 2025. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Hunter, drum roll please. The homecoming king and queen for 2025 are Addison Holtz and Jalen Wright. We would like to thank the following for their time and efforts in making our Space Coast homecoming a success. All of Student Government Association, Mr. Caleb DeBose and the Space Coast Band, Senior Master Sergeant John Warner and Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Stevens, and all of Junior ROTC, and all Space Coast teachers and staff for all that you do every day.
Okay, because I think it's going to be a few minutes before they close. Awesome, thank you.
All right, great job by the announcer. Hopefully you heard that all right. I think that was our second homecoming that we were fortunate enough to be able to mic up the announcer and then show the video. Again, congratulations to the king and queen tonight of the court. I believe we did it for Merritt Island a few weeks ago, and then we were at, I believe, Cocoa Beach for their senior night. So always good to do that. All right, we got about 1 second. Of course, we got to get the players back on the field, so we're probably still about 5 minutes away. But if you didn't join us for the whole first half, nip and tuck. I know you'd like to see a lot of points. I'm probably the same way, especially when I'm watching my Gators. But a lot of good play on both sides of the ball by both teams. Space Coast came out hot. They got they received the opening kickoff. They drove about 60-some yards. Had the ball for 7 minutes and 11 seconds. But on a 4th and 1, deep in Bayside's territory, the Bears defense, again, who had been out there for over 7 minutes, held strong. Space Coast walked away with no points. It's gone back and forth since then. Some really great plays on both sides. Couple penalties that probably wiped off about 50 to 60 yards of total offense, unfortunately, from both Bayside and Space Coast. We did have a fumble punt return, but no points were scored off of that. And then that young man, Jaden Taylor, came back with an interception of his own, kind of make up for that. Again, no points off of that. Bayside was driving down. They did have a field goal attempt. I believe it was about a 20-couple-yard field goal attempt by kicker Raul Vernon. It was no good. And we sit with Space Coast 5-1, Bayside 2-5, both play in the SSAA Atlantic Division 1A, 0-0. Again, you don't play it on paper, you play it on the field. And they're lined back up. I'm going to turn it back over because you've seen it from me. I'm going to zoom in here. Of course, when you get my age, you got to take your glasses off so that you can see. And the Bears will receive this time. Again, it'll be interesting to see. Let me change the quarter. I was so in tune with the halftime festivities that I was not doing my job. All right. Waiting for the officials, I think. They're running down the clock from 2 minutes. I'm thinking they ought to just wipe that to 0, but I guess they're going to let it go down on its own. So we will see for the next minute and 52 seconds. Watch it get run down. Again, 0-0.
Shout out. A special shout out to Brooklyn Strongquist. Hey, little dino, from Miss Trista.
I hear the announcer doing a shout out. I want to do one of my own. His dad came up here earlier to talk to the announcer about a shout out. I figured I'd do it on the press box. That is number 3, Caden Thomas, for the Vipers of Space Coast Junior Senior High School. Caden, happy birthday, young fella. Caden Thomas, number 3, Space Coast. What a better way to spend a birthday than playing varsity football here on homecoming night in front of your home crowd. So I guess we're going to let that clock run down. It is down to a minute. Again, give you a little bit of history. Last year, as I mentioned, Coach Owens back for the second time here at Space Coast. He is the all-time winningest coach for Space Coast. And what does he do in his first year? He finishes 10-3, state champs in the SSAA Atlantic 1A division, thanks to a 21-14 victory over Bell. Bayside Bears, Billy Miller in his third year. First year they went 0-10. Second year they swapped over to the SSAA, went 5-5, made it to the playoffs because in the SSAA, I believe all teams play in the playoffs. They did lose in the playoffs. Close game to Frostproof, 28-20, finished 5-6. Great turnaround from 0-10 the year before. Again, they've lost to some pretty good teams. Last week, like I mentioned, they only lost 14-6 to a 4-2 astronaut team, a team that beat Space Coast 24-6. So if that's a litmus test to look at, well, being even like it is, pretty much sums it up. All right, we're getting ready to kick off. Ball's in the air. Third quarter starts. Bayside Bears left to right. Oh, nice. Oh, he bounces off of that tackler. Not that one. Gets up to about the 27, 28 yard line. That's where the Bayside Bears will start an offense tonight.
Let's meet our Space Coast varsity cheerleaders. Starting with
All right, Bayside Bears quarterback Joey Costa. He's just a junior. Brings them out on the field. Again, Bayside visiting team in the white jerseys going left to right on your screen, or for those of us here at Space Coast Junior Senior High School, north to south. And in the dark black jerseys with purple trim, the Vipers of Space Coast. 1st and 10, Bayside. Little handoff up the middle to number 4, Elijah Grimsley. Uh-oh, it looks like, as that ball come loose, I see people, looks like the Bears are walking off the field. And yes, first play of the third quarter, turnover, second one of the night for Bayside. And just like that, the Vipers of Space Coast are back on offense with just 11:37, only 23 seconds off the clock. I believe that was Elijah Grimsley, unfortunately, with the turnover. And I tell you, you could tell right away, because before I even saw the Space Coast Vipers pointing left, the Bayside Bears were walking off the field because they pretty much knew that fumble was lost. Tough way to start the second half. First time on offense for the Bears, and they fumble it at the 11:37 mark. Just like that, first down for the Vipers, sitting at the Bears' 32-yard line. Let's see what quarterback Sandy's got going. Little handoff, breaks it open. He's going down. He's still going. He's still going all the way down to the 6-yard line. That is number 22, co-captain Cole Gamble. Rumbling and tumbling. It's 1st and goal to go. Probably the best run we've seen of the night, especially one that was not called back on penalties. And just like that, Space Coast is looking at the 11:28 mark. 2 big plays to start the third quarter. A fumble by Bayside, big run by the Vipers. First down at the 7, goal to go, Space Coast. Handoff, no, he's a keeper. Sandy keeps it. Nice play by number 16 of Bayside, Daniel Barber. He's just a 9th grader. I believe I've called his name before. Anytime you got a 9th grader, not only that plays on varsity, but starts on varsity and makes a play like that on varsity, that's a young man you're lucky to have the next 3 years in your program. 11-minute mark, 1 minute gone. Just on our 4th play of the third quarter, but after the kickoff, we had a fumble by Bayside, big running play. Thanks to Gamble for Space Coast. And now they are looking at second down. Ball about the 6-yard line. Did they call timeout, or? I'm trying to figure out, a lot of time going there.
Officials set the Bears to the sideline.
Okay, might have been a uniform type situation or something. All right, 10:40 left. Are we going to see some points put on the board? The Vipers certainly hope so, being this close. 2nd and goal to go. Sandy still got the ball, looking in the end zone, going back to the other side. And yes, it is a touchdown to number 22, Cole Gamble. 6 points for the Vipers at the 10:29 mark. All right, Steve, going a little bit quicker than we did the first half.
Yep. We ran into two of Ashley's friends
Okay,
from high school.
very cool.
Riley Duncan in to attempt the point after.
All right, this is number 24, Riley Duncan. He's kicking it for the PAT. Bad snap, but
Got it.
did he get it? Oh, it must have gone a little bit to the right. I thought he was going to sneak that over.
What kind of kick was that?
All right, at the 10:29 mark, thanks to a 6-yard touchdown pass
Go for two.
to number 22,
Bayside
Gamble.
Might want to try for two next time.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Space Coast leads 6-0. Tough way to come out of the halftime, have a fumble on your first offensive play, give up a huge 20-plus yard run by Gamble. And then it's just apropos that he's the one that's on the receiving end of a 6-yard pass from quarterback Sandy. And again, at 10:29 left in the third quarter, first time we've seen some points on the board. Space Coast leads by 6. I can't keep up with them. I know. Yeah. Well, you know, the other, when you saw him, that was like old school Blanda. Remember Blanda? He just goes straight back. Yeah.
That was the way I
All right, nice
Look
kickoff.
at
There you go. There you go. Let's see. You should let that go let it go out of bounds. There you go. Smart play by 24. Let it go out of bounds. Smart play by Jordan Landis.
that. Who did they get it? 30?
There'll be a
Well,
procedure penalty.
I think they only bring it. Where are they going to? I think it's.
35?
Well, you know what? It might be 35. End zone is 20. I think you're right. So that was a smart play by him. I think if it's a touchback, it's 20. If it's out of bounds, it's 35. So, and that ball went out of bounds about the half-yard mark. But hats off to Jordan Landis. He let that ball. He's just a ninth grader. Again, smart play by a freshman starting on varsity. Lets that ball go out of bounds, just as good enough as a 35-yard return. 10:29 to go in the third quarter. Bears, for the second time, second half, they're on offense. Costa back. Little handoff right up the middle. Finds a little bit of running room. Wow, and he carries a couple Vipers with him. Catch that young man's number. That's number 4.
For the Bears, picks up first down yardage.
It's number 4, Elijah Grimsley. He's been the big running back for them tonight.
Cameraman sleeping.
See, you go down there, you get a snack, and then you start getting a little tired at the concession stand there. All right, picked up a first down just like that, thanks to Grimsley. He's racking up a few offensive yards on the ground tonight. First and 10, ball sits at the Bayside 47.
Handoff again to
Same
Grimsley.
one to Grimsley, going left. Didn't quite have the success he did as he did the last carry. Picked up about 2, so second and 8 with 9:35 left in the third quarter. Again, Space Coast this time takes advantage of a Bayside Bear turnover. 6-yard touchdown pass to Gamble.
Second down. for
Missed the
Bears.
point after. They lead by 6 with 9:20 left. Ball sits at the 49-yard line of Bayside. Second and 8. Beautiful night, beautiful moon, nice homecoming crowd. Probably 500 or 600 people here tonight. Oh, a little misdirection. Again, number 4, Grimsley.
Number 4, Griffin.
No,
Didn't quite get there.
3rd and 3.
You know, Steve, I know I'm older than you.
Gonna be
I used to have stamina like that.
Yeah.
I could used to do 3 running plays in a row.
Yeah.
Only time I do that now if it run into the refrigerator. That's about it. And that's if my chair's sitting next to it. How these young men, especially the ones that play both sides, back and forth. That's that. I don't care what shape you're in. That's tough to do. All All right, nice little run by Grimsley. Brings up third. We'll call it a long 3. 8:22 left in the third quarter. Well, handoff again to Grimsley. I thought I saw a flag go up. I think I saw a flag right away, so that might just be a 5-yard. But again, we know what those 5-yard penalties do. Again, we're seeing a lot of offensive yardage coming off the table tonight. These flags, I think that's probably just a 5-yarder. The question though is who's it? Okay, he's talking to Space Coast, or he's talking to Bayside, so it must have been offsides against Space Coast. Let's see. No, I guess he was just telling them it's against you. False start again. Critical 5-yard penalty. Again, those 5 yards don't seem like much, but they consistently come at the wrong time. 3rd and 8. Back to the 49-yard line. That wipes out that previous 5-yard run by Grimsley. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Momentum has certainly swung over to Space Coast. Bayside trying to change Mr. Moe a little bit. Costa back at quarterback. Let's see what Coach Miller called up. Oh, right there. Oh, was that intercepted? I think that was. Yes, it was. Number 8, junior fighter. That is the second turnover of the night. And at the 7:39 mark for the second time the third quarter, a turnover by the Bears gives the Vipers field position inside the 50.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vipers from the 41-yard line, brought to you by Beef O'Brady's of Fort St. John, home of the Vipers' 5th quarter.
Not the way you want to start the third quarter with 2 turnovers, a 5-yard penalty at a bad time when they were looking at 3rd and short on the Space Coast side of the 50. And just like that, Fighter comes up with an interception. Second time tonight, thanks to turnovers. Space Coast Vipers on offense, 1st and 10 at their 41. Let's see what Coach Owens and quarterback Sandy have in mind at the 7:39 mark. So a handoff, bounces off one, coming around the side. That is, okay, easy. No, okay. 22, Cole Gamble, co-captain. See where they're going to mark it. Got about halfway. Looks like he went out of bounds. We'll call it 6 yards, 2nd and a long 4. Hats off to number 22, Cole Gamble. Gamble showed some resilience there. He went out of bounds, came back in. Bayside Bear hit him. Can't fault the Bear. I mean, he sees the guy inside the... But Gamble kept his cool and made it a positive play. 2nd down. This time a handoff goes to number 9, Cook.
Handoff is to number 9, Braden Cook this time. Up to around the midfield stripe.
Picks up maybe a yard or 2. We're going to call it 3rd and 2. Ball sits at the 49 of Space Coast.
49.
7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Again, just like we were talking about momentum change, unfortunately, Moe is still on the Space Coast side. Big play here. Bayside, see if they could put a stop to this. Handoff, nice tackle, but I think he got it. That was the Gamble again on the run.
That guy's got it.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Owens is saying. He got it.
Very close. Have to bring out the sticks.
Are they bringing out the sticks? All right.
It is first.
Well, I guess not.
Space Coast. Coach Owens is right.
All right, got just enough. Game of inches, as they say. What Coach Cook tells me. Crosses the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. Moving right to left, south to north. Dark jerseys, Space Coast Vipers. 1st and 10 at the Bayside 49 with 6:20 left in the third quarter. Fakes a handoff. Nice little pass. Oh, again, back to number 22, Cole Gamble. No, that was 25. That was Alex Bonachowski. Nice little pass play. Those are hard to defend when you come just at an angle across. You figure the defender's going to be behind them. 6:15 mark. Officials timeout. I don't know if it's changed or not, but a few years ago, usually they do officials timeouts until about mid-October when the weather gets such that the hydration and water breaks isn't as much of a concern. But certainly glad they're doing that now. Of course, we were 85 degrees today for all those of us here in Florida. I think we're just moving right to winter, Steve. I don't know if we're doing any kind of fall or anything. I don't think the clocks even move back until the first weekend of November. So, again, if you're just joining us, Space Coast came in tonight with a 5-1 record. Bayside, 2 wins, 5 losses. Both play in the Atlantic 1A division for the Sunshine State Athletic Association. All teams make the playoffs. The season ends about a week before the FHSAA. So during, I think they call it week 12 now, of the FHSAA, Sunshine State starts their playoffs. All right, 1st and 10. Space Coast on the move. Handoff to number 9. Finds a little running room. Breaks a couple tackles. That is co-captain Braden Cook. .5:45 left to go in the third quarter. Picks up, we'll call it 6. 2nd and 4.
Second down for the Vipers.
Coach Owens, I'm not sure if he's the offensive coordinator as well as the head coach, but I'm sure he's got a lot to do with the play calling either way. Quarterback Zion Sandy waiting for the call to come in. Looks like they're ready to go. 5:15 left in the third quarter. Seems like it's been a lot of time. I don't think we've seen any delay calls tonight, though. That's good. Oh, he keeps it, pulls it back. Sandy still got the ball. Sees some open ground. Oh, cuts inside. Nice little block by number 7, Drayton Gamrat. If I pronounced it right, Drayton Gamrat. Nice block. Nice run by Sandy. Moves the chains. Keeping those Chain Gang members walking north. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 at the Bayside 19. 4:45 left in the third quarter. Space Coast looking to expand on their 6-point lead. Looks like the play's received. Sandy brings them up. 2 in the backfield. 3 wideouts. Gamble in motion. Oh, right down the middle. Oh, pass intended for Fighter.
Pass intended for Junior Fighter goes incomplete.
I think Fighter was open, just a little bit too far to the right.
Yeah, did the same thing last time.
Yeah, they're definitely getting open. Stops the clock.
If you would loop it a little bit.
A little air under it. Yeah. 4:21 left in the third quarter.
Lead him and loop it. Let him run to it. The other guy's behind him. He's never.
Yeah, you're right. Waiting for the play call to come in. Quarterback Sandy shares it with his teammates. Clock stopped at 4:21. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 19. This time he does hand it off. Bounce back outside.
Goes to Cole Gamble.
Another nice tackle by number 18, Evan Sherburne. That is Cook, I believe, on that carry. No, I think that was Gamble. 22. Okay.
Short gain on the play. 3rd and long for the Vipers.
Under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. I tell you, Steve, the way that Space Coast chews up time off the clock, Bayside probably only has 2 or 3 more chances, really, once they get the ball.
We need a score here, make it 2 scores.
Yeah, and like you said, Bayside gets the ball 3 times, they got to score twice. Not saying they can't.
I didn't see him kicking a field goal, man. That's a 35 yards.
Yeah. We're in 4th down territory, as they
Say
say.
they don't have a kicker, so that's out of the picture.
All right, 3rd and 8. Pulls it out. He looks like he's open. This time it's complete. Touchdown, Space Coast at the 3:19 mark. Try to catch that young man's number.
Bears have a player down.
So he's back up.
He's up. Number 52 for the Bears.
Trying to see who caught that ball.
He fluffed it. That was nice. He floated that, right?
Yeah, he did. Just like you said. Put a little air under it.
Perfect pass.
Viper setting up for the point out.
19-yard pass touchdown. All right, who's going to kick it this time? Let's see. Oh, they're going for 2? Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, 12-0. 12-0.
He abandoned that play.
I think so.
Trick play coming up.
Not sure who caught that touchdown pass.
Viper's going for 2.
25, maybe.
Huh?
Maybe 25.
Yeah, it might have been. That would have been Alex. Yeah, we'll see if the announcer says it again. All right, going for 2. Sandy back. Same thing. Oh, number 17. Drayton Gamrett catches the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion is good from Zion Sands.
And at the 3:19 mark, Space Coast leads 14-0.
Bayside 0.
It might have been 17 that caught that touchdown. It looked like it was a 1 on the jersey number, but he definitely got the 2-point conversion.
17 got the 2-point conversion.
Who got the touchdown?
Banichowski.
But he did. Okay. So yeah, that was 25. Just like appreciate the announcer keeping me informed, even though my cohort Steve told me to. Number 25, Alex Banichowski with the touchdown. Banichowski is one of the co-captains tonight.
Okay. Gonna kick it out of bounds.
So even though, Steve, there's 3 minutes and 19 seconds left,
Riley Duncan
I think the Bears I think they got to do something. Like I said, the way that Space Coast, I mean, it is only 8:40 and we're almost in the 4th quarter because of all the running plays and chewing the time off. Again, we'll see, but I'm thinking Bayside, they might have 3 more times on offense. I'm thinking they've got to do something now. And they've come close. All right, 3:19 left in the 3rd. This time kickoff by Riley Duncan.
Duncan's kick returned by the up man, but he is
Yeah.
met at the 30-yard line.
Didn't get too far, but that's all right. Starts off at the 30. I was watching, I think it was a pro game. It might have been the one last night where the guy was kicking this knuckleball on the kickoffs, and it was doing all. It was pretty impressive because once it bounced, you just did not know where it went. It might have been one of these guys they get from Australia. You know, there's a school in Australia that's sending, I think there's 50 guys in the NCAA kicking that came from this school, including the kicker for Nebraska. All right, 3:11 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, down by 14. You almost feel like the Bears need to put some points on the board the way Space Coast chews up time. Hand off to number 4. That's Grimsley, racking up the yards. Cook on the stop. Pickup of still moving. All right, about 2nd and 6. Nice little pickup for the Bears. 2:45 left in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6 for Bayside.
Again, plenty of time, but just the way Space Coast controls the ball on offense. Looks like they've had more running yards than passing, so that means the clock does not stop. Bears might be running out of offensive possession, so you kind of think they need to score now. 2nd down for the Bears. Handoff up the middle, bounces out to left, cuts it back in. I believe that's number 3, Taylor.
Close to the first down yardage.
All right, gets it up there. Oh, he's going to give it to him. All right, he's moving them. Nice pickup by Taylor. 1st down and 10. Ball sits at the Bear 41. 2:10 left in the third quarter.
First and 10 for Bayside.
Again, beautiful night here at Space Coast. Had a little bit of rain in the first quarter. That diminished pretty quickly. Moon is still bright. I'd say about 500 people here tonight. Maybe 75 across the way Bayside. We appreciate them coming up, supporting their team. First and 10, ball at the 41. Quarterback Costa. Hands off. That goes nowhere thanks to the defensive line. Yeah. That was number 97, Devin Thomas on the stop.
Devin Thomas.
We'll say no gain, loss of about a half a yard. For all you mathematicians out there, we're going to call it second and 10.475, I think that's about what, you got your little the thing on the golf course, you got that on you, we can get a...
I'm going to go with second and 12.
Okay.
1 yard there, and then the other one's another.
Oh, you're right, yeah. I should bring one of those though, those range finders. That would help me out. All right, second down and whatever. We know it's over 10. Handoff back to Grimsley. Wow, what a stop. Number 8. That is Fighter, co-captain, number 8.
Tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that same running back.
Wow. Yeah, Grimsley. Yep, number 4. He's been their stalwart tonight. 35 seconds left. Bears are at third down. You almost think they just let this thing run down and talk about it. Well, they probably don't have enough time. They're probably going to have to run a play. Bringing in the speed versus strength. All right, third down. Should be last play of the third quarter unless it's an incomplete pass or first down. Oh, wow, wide open. Oh, he had him too. Wow, pass was intended for Grimsley. He had him, just a little bit overthrown. 8 seconds left. Punting team coming on.
Being generous.
Yeah. I tell you what, though.
He's had a couple of them.
That was a nice throw. I mean, even though, he hasn't thrown it much. And just so y'all know, I think our good friend Kevin Caperi is watching. Mr. Courtney said he did not want audio, so just so you're busting my chops, we can't hear Steve. He's relaying the information to me to pass along to the others. All right, here we go. We got a punt. Oh, nice little punt. You're going to pick it up. Too late. Oh, yeah. No. He did the smart thing, but once it stops, you're going to pick it up at a dead stop and try to get your wheels moving.
You know what? If he'd have got around the corner, though, all piled right there. There wasn't nobody left but one guy.
All right, let me get on here and change this fourth quarter. I saw him. He texted something, but I can't. Yeah, that's a bad thing when you use your phone as a camera. Let me see if I look on my watch here. Well, yeah, and it was supposed to be like 50%, but then you look at then it was like 30%. So, like they say, the only job in the world where you can be wrong 50% of the time and still keep your job.
You're going to get 50% all the time. I say that every day.
Golly. Well, that's right. If you just say 50%. All right. 12 minutes left.
That would be a hurricane predictor.
Oh, gosh.
Roll the dice 7.
Yeah, I know. All the spaghetti tracks or whatever. Listen, I don't want to jinx us, but we've been pretty calm, and we've only got about 3.5 weeks left.
The colder it gets,
Kind of slows it down, right? All right, in case you're just joining us, thanks to 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, both off of 2 turnovers by the Bayside Bears, and a 2-point conversion. Space Coast coming in at 5-1, leads 14-0. But you just got a feeling that the Bears got to make something happen on defense. Oh, nice little cut up, still inbounds. Oh, That's number 6, Charlie Williams. Haven't called his name tonight. Looks like they got some new guys in the backfield. It's always good. You got a guy like that that's fresh and could come in and run like that, give you other guys a break. He picks up a first down. That might have been the first time Mr. Williams has had the ball tonight. 1st and 10 at their 25, but again, knowing how Space Coast chews up time off the clock, Bayside might have 2 chances left on offense, 3 at the most. I think I said 3 at the middle of the 3rd quarter. They have had 1, so I'm thinking they might only have 2 left, but they got to make something happen on defense. 1st and 10, Space Coast at the 25. Handoff to Cook. Turns it upfield. Frisbee's there throwing something off the field. What do you think there, Steve? Pick up about 8. Call it 2nd and 2. Ball at the 33 of Space Coast.
Time's a ticking.
Yeah, 11:20 left in the game. 14-0 Space Coast. Trying to get their 6th win of the season. Little cut back up. And first down. I tell you, I get confused. I see pink mitts, I see pink towels, I see pink flags. But first down run. I think that might have been Charlie Williams again, number 6. Moves the chains. Ball sits at the 39 of Bayside. 11 minutes.
Bright shoes, Charlie.
What is it?
Those bright shoes.
Oh, I know. Is that okay? Yeah, I know.
All season.
I tell you, it works for me with these eyes. Charlie Williams with the bright shoes. That's how I'm going to know it. All right, 10:40 left. You know, again, it's like watching our Gators. Even though there's plenty of time on the clock, you just got that feeling. Bayside, I think, needs a turnover or at least a stop. Oh, bounces out. Initial tackle by number 51. I believe I've called his name before, Caden Cavazos. He's just a 10th grader. He had a sack in the 1st quarter. Still picked up 2 yards, so 2nd and a long 8. 10 minutes left to go in the game. If they don't get a turnover, you feel Bayside's got to get a 3 and out. They need to get this ball back before the, I would say, 8-minute mark, because they're going to have to get it again. All right, 2nd and 8, 41-yard line of Space Coast. Quarterback Sandy sends Cook in motion. Oh, nowhere to go. Number 16 trying to strip the ball. We've called his name a couple times tonight. That is freshman Daniel Barber. Nice play by him. Pretty much a smart move, too. Once they had the runner stopped, why not try to strip that ball? O'Galley halftime, 37-0 over Trinity Catholic. 9:10 left to go in the game. Big 3rd down play here. 3rd and 12. Ball sits at the 37 of Space Coast. Bayside needs a stop here. I mentioned I think they need to get the ball back with at least 8 minutes to go. We're at 8:50 right now. Another first down. I just don't know if Bayside's going to get the ball enough times to score. They certainly have the ability to score. Right now, time is not on their side. All right, timeout by Space Coast. That's probably a plus for Bayside. Again, big play on defense. Coordinator wants to make sure he's got it out on time. I might even have his name. Let me see here. Defensive coordinator, Coach Christopher Napert. So that Space Coast timeout probably came at a good time. So I didn't ask you, what'd you get at the snack bar, concession stand?
I had a hamburger.
You got a hamburger, okay. Got a hamburger, got a little Mountain Dew there.
Yes, sir.
Get a little, jacking it up a little bit. All right, good. Had a moon pie that I brought. You had that before you went, so.
All ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you need, really. I think my lovely wife, if she's watching, Linda, might have some meatloaf for me. Right, exactly. Next time. Oh boy. Steve and I are both Cocoa High grads. His brother Vince and I are the same class. Kevin's a year younger. A year older. Steve, you look like you're 15 years younger than me, but I don't think you're quite. I think that's just that aging lotion I bought at Amazon's not working. All right, big third down play. Bayside needs a stop here. Let's see. Pass over. Yeah, okay. Pass was complete, but low throw. Gamble just good enough to get his hands on it. That's what Bayside needed. I'm thinking they're going to have to punt. I don't think Coach Owens wants to give Bayside the opportunity of starting an offense in their territory. Question is, who's coming out to punt? We've had a couple of different guys. Is that 13 going back there? Is that Solomon Smith? Oh no, Snaith, if I pronounced it right. No, coming back out. Number 9, no. Number 9, he might have punted it before.
That's Brendan Cox.
No, okay, 13 going back out. That is
Number 13,
Troy Curtin.
in for the punt.
Tim Curtin.
Let's see what happens.
Come on, Curtin. Oh, great.
8:04 left. Oh, all right, nice. Let's see what kind of ball. There, kind of stop. Go ahead and there we go. All right, not bad. Kicked it down to the 32-yard line.
With the kick,
All right, so I said Bayside needed the ball with 8 minutes to go. It's 7:52. That's going to be cutting it close. They have got to score. They're going to have to keep Space Coast to a 3 and out, and then they got to score again. So I'm going to use my mathematical wizardry, and I'm going to say they're going to have to score.
Once again, sideline.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Paris Medical Center and the
4.5 to 5 minutes to go, because you know Space Coast is going to run that ball, and they just need to get one first down. All right, 1st and 10, quarterback
All photography by Joe Jareen.
Costa. See what they throw up. They're going to pass it right away. Oh, he had it, dropped it.
That's incomplete.
Incomplete.
They're on the far side.
Good thing is it stops the clock. 7:46 left to go in the game.
Norland 28, Coco 6.
Oh boy, Miami Norland 26
To 6.
to 6.
Coco's
Well,
on the
Norland,
range.
you know, like both them and Coco, I think Norland won the state championship last year, if not 2 years ago. Two really good teams. I think Norland actually has a losing record, but they play those teams down in Miami. So I saw some stuff on Twitter today that they felt like Norland was going to come out tough today, and it looks like they have.
Satellite too, right? Like everybody. Coco did it.
No, Coco lost O'Galley.
O'Galley.
All right, back to pass. Little wow, pass complete to 18. Evan Sherburne, but man, nice tackle.
Number 5 for the Vipers, J.J. Klauser.
That was E.J. Klauser on the tackle. That is one thing that Coach Cook and I have seen.
Down to the Bears.
A lot of open field. All right, third, big play of the game. You think this is 4th down territory. Bayside can't punt. They're going to have to go for it. Pass is complete. Nice pass. Wide open.
First down yardage.
Needed
for the Bears.
7, picked up 9. Bears a little slow getting up. That was a pass complete to Jaden Taylor. Staying in the game though. 7:10 left to go in the game. Miller's got the play called in to quarterback Joey Costa. Back to pass again. Oh, going to get away. Hold on to that ball. Didn't quite get to the 50.
Quarterback keeps the ball there.
All right, so I'm going to think that's on defense.
That's face mask.
Yeah, there's nothing that the quarterback did. The last thing you want to do is add 10 or 15 yards when you're up by 14 with 6:53 left. I mean, unlike you, Steve, you think it had to be a defensive penalty because what are you going to call the quarter? You were right, brother. That's it. Wasn't too much else it could have been. Man, that's going to add 15. That is a...
5.
Oh, must have just brushed him. So it's one of those, it didn't twist his neck all the way around. It just brushed the paint off of his face mask. That's all right. They'll take the 5 yards. What's the down marker, though? Down is... It's got to be 2nd down, right? Got to be 2nd down.
The first down and first
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's got to be 2nd.
Ooh,
Oh. Yeah, you got to watch that one.
Pass incomplete, intended for number
I will tell you
18,
though, as you're watching these plays, it looks like Space Coast is playing zone. And I will say those Bears are getting open. They're finding a spot. They're just not quite able to connect with quarterback Costa. But if you look on your screen, those guys in the white jerseys are getting open. Just not quite connecting with the quarterback. I guess it is just second down. Maybe they took the penalty instead of the play. All right, let's see. Looks like he's going long. Incomplete. 6:26 left to go. Got the cheerleaders out there today. It looks like the youth league. I love it when they do that. I think Rockledge was doing that tonight. That's a big. My granddaughter out in Idaho, Thea, she's gone out and cheered with the Mountain Home Tigers during their football game, and I know how excited she is for that. And I'm sure these young ladies are too. All right, 3rd down and 3. Bayside's got to move. Wide open. I think that's Taylor again, number 3. It is. Picks up about 8. 6:21 to go. Coach Maharis said they got to score with at least 4:30 or 5 minutes left in order to stop Space Coast to get the ball back. So they've got about a minute and a half to prove me wrong. Timeout. Fisher's timeout. Well, that came at a good time. All right, while I'm thinking about it, in case I forget, for Bayside fans, next week you have a bye. On the 17th, you're at Okeechobee. And then on the 24th, in 2 weeks, you are home against the Minutemen of Cocoa Beach. For the hometown Space Coast Vipers, next week you are at Liberty, which is in Kissimmee. And then you're home against Masters Academy. And then your last game is at Stanton in Jacksonville on the 24th. So for the Bears, you've got a bye at Okeechobee, home against Cocoa Beach, and for the Vipers, at Liberty, home against Masters Academy, and at Stanton. And then on Halloween, you start the playoffs. Wide open to Taylor, and Taylor! Touchdown, Bayside Bears, and just like that, I told them they got to score with 5 minutes to go. They scored with 6:07. They are right back in this. Touchdown, nice pass play of about 40 yards to number 3, Jaden Taylor. Nice game he's had. He had an interception earlier, touchdown pass. Thinking, well, we don't know their kicking. Okay, they're going to kick. Number 17, Raul Vernon. He's a senior. 6:07 left. Touchdown pass to Taylor. 1 point away from cutting this lead in half. Point after. Oh, whistle blew. Did I heard it?
Whistles blow before
Yeah,
the
I
snap.
thought I heard a whistle blow. Change the scoreboard. Taylor's had a nice game today. He did have a fumble early in the first quarter, or mid-first quarter, on a punt return, but no harm, no foul. Space Coast did not score. Then he turned around and had an interception of his own. Several nice pass receptions, and then a very nice touchdown catch by Taylor. So, nice game by that young man. And he is a senior. And it's up. And the point after is good. And just like that, with 6 minutes and 7 seconds left, Bayside has cut the lead to 7. And they got plenty of time. The question is, can they stop the clock-chewing offense of the Vipers for Space Coast? I'm trying to think. That was a 32-yard touchdown catch. Yep. 14-7. Again, Space Coast looking to move to 6-1, while Bayside is trying to notch their 3rd victory of the season.
Calls to get your transportation in order. Any state
You know, Steve, I hear these announcements where they tell the students to call. You know, I think back in the day, we just walked home from the party. we didn't have any cell phones. I don't know what our parents did, unless we met them at the, you know, what's around there. There's not even any restaurant. Met them at Kennedy Middle School or something. I don't know. But, yeah, nobody to call back in the day. Too far to ride my bike. Yeah, that was a pretty good ride for you, too. Yeah. Thomas Avenue. Yep. All right, Bayside cuts the lead in half, down by 7. The question, though, is can they hold the Vipers to 3 and out? Because I think they're going to have to. Otherwise, Space Coast knows how to use that time. Received at the 5, up to the 20, and about the 25-yard line. Yeah. That, you know, those couple hits out of bounds were okay, but when you throw them around like that, that's a tough penalty by Crosney Falou. That's going to add, I guess, 15 yards. Huh? Yeah. Sometimes I got to just tighten it up that way. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You can also turn it this way too. As far as, yeah. Listen, I've had that tripod for like 25 years. You know, Press Box Overtime is on a very lean budget. Yeah, it's a tough. Wow, where's he going? Wait a second. Was there 2? What's he doing? No, they were there. Is he? Oh, okay. I was watching that guy. I'm like, where the heck? I thought he was going down to Melbourne. All right. After the penalty, 1st and 10. 6 minutes even left.
Remaining in the ball game.
There we go.
All right. 1st and 10 from the 42. I'm thinking the Bears got to get a 3 and out, or Space Coast actually could run the timeout the way they run the ball. Handoff up the middle. Comes out to the right a little bit. Charlie Williams. Oh, he's still in bounds. He might. Oh, he's out now. I want to thank the announcer. He pointed out that Mr. Williams has on those bright shoes. So I'll know now, even if I don't see his number, that is Mr. Williams with those bright shoes. Clock does stop, though. So that is one thing. I'm thinking Coach Owens is probably telling his players, don't go out of bounds, because that stopped the clock at 5:49. That could have easily taken 30 seconds off the clock. Yeah, so you can turn this too. Look, that third. Yep, good. Oh, that's right. You've got a bachelor's degree, right? Okay. No, I'm the one that barely has a bachelor's degree. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 46. Handoff, going out of bounds. That is Cole Gamble. Oh, nice rundown by number 3.
Jaden Taylor. In your front yard.
Huh?
Around the 44-yard line.
Oh, that's up there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Could be a deer, actually. We get them in the yard.
Low battery. Shouldn't be happening.
2nd down for Viper.
All right, let's see.
Space Coast, the Viper marching band will be performing post-game tonight.
Yeah, that means it wasn't plugged in at all. It should be okay now, though. Huh. All right.
Yeah, just suck that battery. The phone battery down.
I must not have put it in all of it. All right, let's see. We got 2nd down and 9. Another running play. Down to 4:50. Clock still running.
Set up the Vipers 3rd and long.
Timeout, Bayside.
Timeout Bayside. Yep. 4:47. You're good now. You're good now. You're good now. All right. Just as a reminder, next week Bayside has a bye, then at Okeechobee. Next week, Vipers at Liberty in Kissimmee, and then home against Masters Academy. And the season ends on the 24th. Space Coast, last game at Stanton in Jacksonville. Bears at home against Cocoa Beach. And then Halloween Friday, the 31st, SSAA playoff start. And for these two teams, they're in the Atlantic 1A division. So we've seen, I think O'Galley was winning big tonight. Satellite won big. Cocoa was losing. Rockledge was losing. I don't think we saw anything else really pop up.
3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. Ain't good.
What do we got tomorrow? We got Vanderbilt at Alabama. Vanderbilt, boy, they pulled that game off. They're 5-0. Florida, we just moved past that. Florida State, Miami, that's going to be a good one up in Tallahassee. The winner is going to be looking pretty for the college football playoffs. All right, 3rd and 12, 4:47 left. Ball at the Bayside 42. He's going to, let's see. Oh, he's going to throw. Stay in bounds. Oh, he went out of bounds. Pass was complete to Alex Bonachowski.
Might as well go for it.
Again, though, I don't know why they...
They're going to mark him out of bounds.
Yeah, he went out of bounds, for sure. 4:29 left.
This is the game right here.
Yeah,
First
pretty
down,
much.
it's over.
Yeah,
No first down.
yep.
What's the time?
4:39.
Oh, there's offside.
Oh, no.
5 more. They did
Flag
it.
on the play.
Oh,
Automatic first down.
It'll be offsides against the Bears.
again, if you've followed the press box this year,
Space Coast.
we constantly talk about those 5-yard penalties. It's not the length of the penalty, it's the time that they occur. And just like you said, Steve, that was brutal. Now, with that said, 4:39 left. You can still get a 3 and out, but I think one more first down, that might do it for the Vipers. 1st and 10, ball sits at the 33 of the Bears. Quarterback Sandy back. Oh, nice little pitch out to number 8, Fighter.
No fighter. Nothing.
Oh, nice play. Boy, the Bears were looking at that one.
20-yard run and gain 20 yards.
Exactly right, yeah.
Ran from one side
That's
of the
right,
field to the
yeah. Unfortunately, that 20 yards doesn't go in the stat book. We don't count east-west, we just count north-south. Nice play by the Bears. Clock's running though, getting down to 4 minutes left. 2nd and 10. Again, not sure how many timeouts Bayside has left, but they're going to have to get a 3 and out.
Down for the Vipers.
I think the first down, unless there's a turnover, that will do it for Space Coast. 4 minutes even.
What's the play sec clock in this?
You know what?
45?
I think it's 35.
35?
It certainly seems that long.
Didn't have a clock anywhere though.
No, that's one thing I wish we had on our scoreboards.
There we go.
Little handoff up the middle, bounces out, bounces back in.
Goes to number 9,
That's a nice cook on the carry.
30-yard line for the Vipers.
Nice tackle by by number 2. Nice tackle by Norman Fleming. He's a senior, co-captain. Timeout.
Timeout.
Well, that's a good time. That's the time you take it. 3rd down.
Vipers looking at 3rd down.
3:34 left.
Go in the ball game.
Let's think outside the box for two people that did not play varsity football. What do you think? What are you going to call right here, Coach?
Play action.
Yeah, I think so. Get some guys in motion.
Let him run it. Get outside.
Don't go out of bounds.
Only needs, if he can get around the corner, he can get 7.
Well, let's look at it this way. You figure, let's say they get a few yards, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
So they're in 2-down territory. They're not going to punt. I don't think we've seen anything to make us think of field goal units coming out. I think they're still trying to fix that position. So good luck with that. But I think you're right, Steve. Listen, if I'm Coach Owens, I'm thinking let's just get 3 or 4 yards because we're gonna run it again. All right, Coach Courtney says a play action, put some guys in motion. He ought to know he had a Mountain Dew, so he's ready for the second half. All right, 3:34 left, big play. Even though we think Space Coast is gonna run it both times if they don't make a first down. Sandy making the call. There he is, handoff right up the middle, trying to turn the corner, and he turns it. Oh wait, did he stay in bounds? Or did he go out? Whoa, touchdown, number 9, Braden Cook, dancing with the stars, stays in bounds for a 33-yard kick. And that, unfortunately, might do it for the Bears
Just
at
like I
the
said,
3:20.
off
That's
tackle.
it. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So much for
Yeah.
play action.
Well, I knew what you meant. When you said play action, I knew you meant off tackle. Mr. Cook, nice 33-yard run.
Field goal kicker's in.
Well, yeah. I don't think they're worried too much about that now.
Riley Duncan in to attempt the point after.
Come on, make it. God, he's got, I think, 18 steps to kick it. Good.
Okay, I look pretty good. And that is good.
What's wrong with that?
Vipers 21.
21-7, 3:23 left. You know, the funny thing is, both these quarterbacks have a pretty good arm. I think they can both throw. But man, they love running that ball. And Space Coast is just, I gotta look. Let me see. I thought I found a stat that I could not believe. Let me find it here. Offensive yards. So they're rushing, they're doing 7 yards a carry. Listen, I run it all day long if you're getting 7 yards a carry. All-purpose yards, 421 a game. Now, when you look at it individually, passing 174, rushing 144, but I think tonight that running game has just exploded. So hats off to Coach Owens. I know a lot of these coaches, they'll change their offensive scheme up a little bit based on the defensive play of the opponent that they're facing, but definitely running it heavy. I don't even want to think out of a 48-minute game. They've had the ball for 30 minutes, I bet. I mean, you've got to figure they took the first 7 off the clock. 3:23 left, 21-7. Anything can happen. Bayside's going to have to make something happen, and quickly, to get back in this game down by 14. All right, nice pickup there by the.
Bayside. And he's got some room.
Oh, that's definitely something happened pretty quickly. So, nice little run back of about 50 yards.
Viper 45 at least.
Very good for them.
Return for Bayside.
Good for Bayside. Yes, I wouldn't mind them scoring and make it a little bit interesting and
Bomb away.
All right.
Jordan Landis on the return for Bayside.
3:13 left in the game. Jordan Landis, again, just a 9th grader. Man, they've got a lot of 9th graders on this team. Coach Miller's got a bright future ahead with these guys, keeping them 3 and 4 years. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the Space Coast 43, low snap, up in the air to Taylor. Oh, nice breakup.
Broken up there.
Breakup by Zero, who is Demarion Kidd. They were double teaming on Taylor because he's had a great night tonight. I'd put 2 on him as well. Young man's pretty tall. He's got to be over 6 foot, I would imagine. Costa did a good job throwing it up in the air, but 2 guys on him, and Demarion Kidd came in and made the play. Clock stops, 3:07, 2nd and 10 at the 43 of Space Coast. Bayside moving south to north. A little bit off on the pass, stops the clock.
Incomplete.
I see Grimsley down there in the end zone by himself, whether he was open or the defender stopped because they knew it was going the other way.
Third down for the Bears.
3:02 left. 3rd and 10. Personnel coming in and out.
Call a timeout. It's a penalty.
Costa still looking at the sideline, still getting everybody shuffled. They better hurry. He's got number 33, Zion Jones in the backfield. Back to pass. Last 2. He's been off just a little bit. Taylor was open. Can't blame the quarterback, though. I noticed two dark jerseys in the backfield. So even though they're only rushing, I think 3, nice job by the Vipers putting pressure on the quarterback. 2:57 left. 4th quarter.
4th down, final play.
This might do it for the Bears. They've got to at least get a 1st down. Again, they've had the guys open. They're just not connecting. Low snap again. He's got plenty of room. Oh, flag.
Flag on the play.
That's the game if it's penalty. That's the
Yeah.
game.
Well, yeah, because they'll just decline the penalty. So if it's a penalty against,
Along with Cole Campbell
let's see,
and Brady Cook.
if it's against the Bears, it'd be declined, and it'd be first down for the Vipers.
Against the Bears.
All right, what do we got here? O'Galley final 51, Trinity Catholic. I got to tell you, if that's the same Trinity Catholic up in Ocala, I believe years ago, Curran Bell was the coach before he went to Jacksonville. They're a perennial state playoff contender, but again, I think they're a little bit down this year, and O'Galley is way up. So, all right, back to the game in front of us. That was a penalty against Bayside. Coach Owens, of course, is going to decline it, and the ball turns over on downs, 1st and 10 for the Vipers at their own 35 with 2:48 left. So let me ask you, Steve, I know you're not mic'd up, so you're going to tell me, and I'm going to pass it on to the viewing audience. Did you go to a lot of the football games when you were at Cocoa?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did too. It didn't matter what the record was. If it was Friday night at McClark, we're going to go. So, and there were some years. Yeah, Pizza Hut. That's right. All right, handoff coming around right side. Oh, breaks. Oh, still going. Charlie Williams with the bright shoes. Tackle by number 1, junior Michael Robinson. But you're right. That was an event. Didn't matter. And there were some years that the records weren't that good. Didn't matter. You knew guys that played on the team. You went to McClarty Park, and you went to Pizza Hut. If Pizza Hut was busy, we went to the Burger King on US 1 there, right?
Way back.
Yep. Went there.
That's Little League.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I love that place, man. That was the place to go. Burger King on US 1.
If we win.
Golly. Yeah, exactly. We get a shake, Coach? Yeah, I'll get you a shake. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 45. 2:15 left to go in the game. Space Coast up by 14. Looked like almost a direct snap. That's number 6, Charlie Williams. So back in the day, if you had a friend that worked at Burger King, maybe McDonald's too, you went there when they closed because they were allowed to give you the food, you know. If I was smarter, I would have called in 51 hamburgers at 5 till 11 and then not gone. But we were better than that back then. But yeah, nowadays they can't give you any food because, you know, in case you get sick. They don't realize we eat stuff off the ground. I'm not going to get sick off a hamburger that sat there. Listen, I eat stuff out of, no offense, 7-Eleven. I don't know how long that thing's been turning on that.
They got good food. I love 7-Eleven
They do.
food.
All right, handoff again to number 9, coming on the outside. Oh, touchdown saving tackle by number 14, Carter Westrom. He's just a 10th grader. But, oh my, Cook was looking at the end zone again. Again, nice tackle. That's a sophomore that made that tackle.
Jeez, how many timeouts did they get?
Well, yeah, I don't. Let me see here. We've got
Like 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 freshmen or sophomore on Bayside's team. So that coach has got a lot to build on. And of course, this year isn't over. Everybody makes the playoffs. So, and again, they were 5-5 last year when they made the playoffs. Only lost 28-20 to Frostproof. As we mentioned, Space Coast Vipers defending state champs for the SSAA Atlantic 1A division, thanks to a 21-14 win over Bell in the final. So I think they have 3 playoff games. First one coming on Halloween night. 1:21 left in the game. 1st and 10. Ball at the 35 of Bayside. Hand off up the middle. That's it's number 8. Junior fighter. I knew it wasn't Charlie because I didn't see those bright shoes. One minute left to go in the game. You know, Stevie, just kind of knew second half, as much as Space Coast moved the ball and held it, they were going to score. You know, Bayside did a great job the first half, held them on that 4th and 1. 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Space Coast had it to start the game, did not score. But the way they've been running the ball, it just seemed like it was a matter of time. 2nd and 11. Hand off again to number
Junior fighter
9,
again, the ball carrier.
junior fighter number 8. And clock's not running. Oh, did he go out of bounds? What? All right. Should be the last play of the game
Taken
coming
out
up.
of bounds. Stop the clock with
27 seconds left.
Third down, Space Coast.
Apologize to the camera working. I'm going to say that. It's a little off tonight.
That's right. Listen, you
I
know.
can't watch the game too good when I'm watching the
I know,
camera.
I know.
'Cause you can't see it. Right?
Well,
It's so
and,
little.
and part of that's my fault. I didn't put you through the rotational training session of, you know, moving the tripod. So that's a training issue on my part. Class act, take a knee, number 15, Zion Sandy. And as we wind down the clock, second half, a lot of scoring. Most of it was for Space Coast. And they moved to 6-1 thanks to a 21-7 victory over the Bears of Bayside, who dropped to 2-5. I'm going to flip this around here real quick. So I just want to make sure, yeah, Steve Courtney is here. Just letting you know, he didn't want to be mic'd up, so he was passing me along the information. Thanks to 3 touchdowns in the second half, Space Coast pulls out a 21-7 victory, moves to 6-1. Bayside drops to 2-6. Both are going to make the playoffs because every team makes the playoffs in the SSAA. As a reminder, for the Bears, next week they're off. Week after that, they go to Okeechobee. And the last game of the season on the 24th, they're home against Cocoa Beach. And for the hometown homecoming victory, Vipers, their next game is at Liberty in Kissimmee. Then they're home against Masters Academy on the 17th. And their last game is in Jacksonville against Staten on the 24th. 31st, Halloween, starts the playoffs, SSAA. Exciting game tonight. First half was a battle, 0-0. Nice play on the defense for the Bears. I'm going to think out of 48 minutes, Space Coast probably had it for at least 25, if not 30, the way they chewed it up on the ground. But again, the Bears hung in there. I can see why they only lost by 8 to Astronaut. But the hometown homecoming victory belongs to the Vipers, and they moved to 6-1. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, we're going to keep this on our YouTube channel, Press Box Overtime. Watch the game. We got, thanks to the announcer, we mic'd him up. We got the homecoming during halftime, so feel free to watch that. That's my stand-in. He did pretty good without any training. Yeah. He skipped right over the training, came right on in, did a great job on the camera, fed me some information so I could give it to you. That's Steve Courtney. I'm Bill Maharis. We're Press Box Overtime. Remember, sports, it's more than just a game. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. And again, congratulations, Vipers. You're 6-1. We'll see you next time.